The Legacy of Matsoua, a Revolutionary Prophet of Congolese Independence. Michael Massa Film. André Grenade Matsoua, January 17, 1899 to January 13, 1942, was a Congolese Lari cleric and politician born near Manzikala, Kinkala in then Middle Congo, a rare influential figure in Congolese politics before independence in 1960. He has inspired a messianic cult, Matsouanism or Matsouanism, which originated in the French Equatorial African capital Brazzaville. Life. Matsoua or Matsoua, in Kikongo, was born in 1899 in a small village in Lukuanzoko in the French Congo. In 1925 he joined the Senegalese tirailleurs and took part in the Rif War. In 1926, Matsoua founded the self-improvement group Amicale de Originaires de l'AEF in Paris. He participated in events sponsored by the French Communist Party and helped develop black trade unions. Many viewed Matsoua as a divine prophet sent by God to free the Congolese from the French. According to author Victor T. Levine, Matsoua was comparable to Kimbangu, becoming a martyr in the eyes of his followers and developing a quasi-religious aura. In December 1929 he was arrested in Paris and tried in Brazzaville under the false motive of defrauding the African natives of the French Congo. The money from free and voluntary contributions to the native people was also confiscated by the colonial administration. When Matsoua returned to Africa in 1930, he was charged with anti-colonialism by the colonial government in Brazzaville. On March 19, 1930, Matsoua asked the Brazzaville court to try him as a French citizen because of his naturalization and arrest on French territory. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison by the Brazzaville court and banned from entering the French Congo for 10 years on April 2, 1930. A week later he was sentenced to exile in Chad for 10 years, where he fled Fort Lamy, Chad in 1935 and fled to France. In 1940, during World War II, he was wounded fighting the Germans on the front in Lorraine and was taken to Paris's Beaujon Hospital for treatment. On April 3, 1940, he was arrested in his hospital bed in Paris on charges of attacking French security forces. He was then returned to the French Congo and sentenced to forced labor in Brazzaville in February 1941. He is said to have spread pro-German propaganda in the capital. On February 20, 1941, he arrived at Miama prison and spent another 11 months behind bars after being tortured and beaten. He died in prison on January 13, 1942. Heritage. After independence, Congolese politicians of many ideological shades sought to capitalize on Matsoua's popularity, including Presidents Abbé Fulbert Youlou, Alphonse Massamba and Denis Sassou Nguesso, as well as insurgent leader Bernard Kalilas. There is a statue honoring him in Kinkala. Merari, today Molari, or Balari Bakongo Lario, or at least linguistically, Genesis 46 verse 11, the Merari or Molari, Ba Laris, were the most important clans of the Zabas, Levites, once having 12 cities. Joshua 21 verse 40, having encompassed other clan of Levite Lembas, including in their dialect, the Kilari, because the word save, issue, come, providence, Yaka come for the Ba Ngala.